Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaz and I'm a channeler and a healer. In today's video we are going to explore what is coming in the next 2 months. So this is a timeless reading. It's 2 months from whenever you see this video, and we're just looking at what energies might be starting to come in. You might start seeing this within the 2 months, but it may not be fully developed by the time the 2 months is over. So I have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile 1 is the blue crystals, pile 2 is the black crystals, and pile 3 is the purple crystals. You can make your selection and go directly to your reading. The timestamps will be in the description box and in the video chapters below. I'll see you there. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to pick up your first crystal and see what comes through. I think there's going to be a surprise about something. Now, I'm not getting whether this is a good surprise or a bad surprise because it has no energy attached to it that way, but it's a surprise. So something you didn't quite expect. So it may be something that's really minor and it's just like, oh, okay. Or it may be something that's really, really huge. And because this is a group reading, I'm not really getting any energetics on which way that will go. So you'll just have to see. Some of you, look, it is going to be quite a pleasant surprise here. For others, it will just be, oh, okay. It would be more that you're taken aback by something. So rather than being negative, it's more of a, oh, okay. And you might just have to readjust something. It's not going to be a massive or anything like that. This surprise involves other people. So maybe you might just be taken aback. Maybe a colleague suddenly decides to resign, or someone outside of you who's never been on holiday before decides to go on holiday. Something like that. You might just be taken aback by someone else's action. So if it's a surprise, it's in the positive. It's something that's coming way out of your scope of either understanding or perception at this point. So even if you try to sit here and think, wow, what would be a surprise that I'd really like? You still probably wouldn't come up with this answer. So if you're listening to this video now, this might be 6 weeks away, is what I'm getting. There's a strong 6-week link to it. For some of you it'll be minor, for some of you it'll be major. And I can't really say any more than that because they're really giving me nothing more than that. So let's move on to your next crystal here. Adventure is what I'm getting here. There's going to be some adventure that perhaps you're thrust into that you're not quite expecting. And it's going to actually either teach you something or lead you to something. So let's just say that you're driving down the road and your tyre bursts. If you've never been in that situation before, then that's a bit of an adventure. As humans, we would see that as a major inconvenience, a bit of a pain in the butt, and us having to worry and stress about things. But they're asking us to change our perspective on things, and when things like this crop up that we don't expect, see them as an adventure. It's like, oh, I've had that experience now. I don't ever have to experience that again. If someone else has that experience, I'll be able to help with them with that. So there's like this silver lining on it. I don't think it's going to be anything bad. It's just a little bit of an adventure outside of your comfort zone, I think is what they're getting at here. Maybe you're someone who likes to take a certain bus on a certain route at a certain time, and one day the bus doesn't turn up, or the bus breaks down as you're on it. So it's like you're going to be taken a little bit out of your way or out of your routine on one particular day for a particular reason. So again, I don't feel like there's anything bad with this. It's more like they're trying to shift you out of your comfort zone in the most gentle way, and just open up your perception about something as well. Maybe there's a better bus that will get you to your destination quicker, or maybe it hasn't got that annoying guy on it that coughs constantly the whole trip. Something like that. It's something just to actually make your life a little bit easier. But because you haven't experienced it before, you haven't put yourself in that position, it is an adventure for you. And they want you to twist that perception so it becomes an adventure and something positive rather than something negative that you now have to cope with. Yeah, that was a very convoluted message. I apologise. I got there in the end. All right. Oh gosh. I'm hearing the term scalper. So I don't know whether you're trying to get tickets for something and you have to be wary because they might be counterfeit tickets or something like that. Is that where we're going with this? I don't know if that's what everyone calls that, but that was a term that I heard a lot when I was growing up. Scalped tickets is what we called them. Is that what this is about? Scalper. Okay. I think they're using this term as someone who is a little bit dodgy, is what I'm getting. So it might be that you're coming across someone who hasn't got the highest integrity, and it may not be horribly malicious, but it might just be lacking in integrity. So let's use the example of scalped tickets, is where they either counterfeit the tickets, or the tickets are stolen, or they're sold at a really inflated price, but then you pay the money and don't get the tickets. Something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to do with tickets to a concert or an event, but there's something where you might get caught out because someone else is doing something that isn't very ethical. I probably wouldn't say it's illegal, but it might not be ethical. So just be aware of that. If you're selling anything or buying anything through a public forum, just be a little bit careful. And I don't see this as being shopping sites or anything like that. It's more about when people are posting things for sale or services or something like that. So just be a little bit wary about that. And for some of you, I'm getting this is to do with a holiday. So maybe if you're going on a holiday and you book a tour before you get there, or you book a tour and then it doesn't happen, something like that. So you might just want to bear that in mind and maybe check out the place before you book the tour. So maybe you might like to get to your destination and then book a tour so you can see what is, I've lost the word, not viable, legitimate, and what perhaps might not be. They're telling you to use your instincts and your intuition with this. And if you're not sure, ask someone else what they think. What they want to avoid here is impulsive into something. So use caution. If you're an Aries or another fire sign, you might like to just temper your fires for a couple of months just to make sure you're not getting caught in anything that you don't want to be caught into. Again, I don't feel like it's anything major. I just feel like it's inconvenient. You might lose some money. You might lose time trying to sort something out. Again, I'm getting travel maybe with passports. So maybe someone said, I need to check your passport, and then they walk off with it or something like that. Yeah. It's a funny one. Just be mindful of other people's intentions. And sometimes that's really hard, because if you've got really high intentions, you don't expect people to behave the way they behave sometimes. So just bear it in mind. If you've got someone in your life who's very practical and discerning, you might want to turn to them for advice. Okay, pile one. That was a bag of mixed messages, wasn't it? I hope the next couple of months go really well for you, and I'll see you in my next reading. Pile two, welcome to your reading. I'm going to pick up your first crystal and just channel through it here. Okay, I feel a real heaviness with you, but I feel like you might be letting some of this heaviness go in the next couple of months. I feel like you need some space. That's what I'm feeling. You need some space to process some things. So this may be energetic, it may be emotional, it may be even mental, it may be physical as well. Maybe you need time to do a detox and you don't want other people interfering with that energy. It's something along those lines where you need space for yourself. You might find yourself in a situation where you're constantly with a lot of people. Maybe you're travelling with people, or maybe you are living in a situation that's temporary and other people are getting in your space and you just need a break from that. I feel like the best thing you could do here is for you, go to a river or a stream or a brook, some form of running water. I'm not seeing as much like an ocean or a lake. It's more like a little trickling stream or a flowing river. And that's going to help you clear some stuff. So maybe the space you need is just to get outside in nature and find some sort of natural water source that is flowing, and just allow yourself to be there, even if it's for a couple of hours, just in that space to help clear whatever needs clearing. For some of you, I'm hearing this is legacy energy. So it may be from a past relationship that's long gone past, or it may be ancestral energy that you haven't experienced it yourself, but maybe your parents or grandparents or great-grandparents did. And it's something that needs to be processed out of the DNA. Yeah, there's a real sense of space clearing with this, and maybe you might literally either be taking up more space than you normally do, or you're clearing your space and try to minimise what's in your space. It's about making space. Second crystal, I'm hearing the term attention and someone saluting. So I'm not quite sure how that relates to a lot of people. I mean, obviously if you're in the military, then that would relate to you. Maybe you're going to something that's got a lot of ceremony to it, and you have to observe the ceremony and the pattern and the rules they have for that ceremony. Maybe you have to stand up at certain times, or sit down at certain times, or look one way at certain times. Maybe this is as well someone around you that's demanding respect or disciplined. For some of you, it might literally be a personal trainer who wants you to be disciplined, or it's an employer who really thinks that the team should do certain things a certain way and there's no stepping out of the bounds. If you're not already seeing this, the next couple of months will really highlight it to you. It might be someone who's quite authoritarian, who expects you to bow to their authority, is what I'm getting. This may even be a nudge from the universe. If you're coming across people like that, that maybe you haven't seen signs of this before and they start becoming that way, you might just want to see how you feel in that environment and whether it is the right environment for you. No matter what aspect of life that is. Oh, okay, this even might be you. It might be you commanding attention where you've never had it before. So maybe you've been in situations where you start talking and people talk over you, or you've never really asked for respect, or you never asked for people to respect your boundaries. You may literally be asked to pay attention to something. But I feel like it's something outside of you, like it's not like you're looking for answers within. This is like saluting someone outside of you, or even like a higher power, but I don't feel it's energetic in nature. I feel like it's more physical. And I'm hearing God save the king as well. So for some of you, you may literally be going to something where the royal family goes to, and there's rules to observe around that. Yeah, interesting. Okay, third crystal. Take a break is what I'm hearing. Take a break. Whatever you've been trying to manifest or whatever you've been working hard on, it's time to step back. The energy at this point is saying, step back and don't push forward. Just let it flow now. If you're at the point where it's time to put this out to the wider community, do so, but don't keep bothering it. So let's just say it's a video on YouTube. Don't keep going back to it and say, how many views did I have? Let me put it on Facebook as well, and let me put it on all these other platforms because I want more views. It's more about just step back and let the universe work its magic. Take a break. You've worked really hard this year. It's time to have a rest, and it's time to put energy into you. I'm even feeling like some of you need to treat yourselves, because I'm hearing that ad, take a break, have a Kit Kat. Maybe you've been on a really strict diet and it's time just to loosen it, even if it's for, one snack, or it's something about just let go of the discipline just for a few months and then let the energy catch up with you. Sometimes we get ahead of the energy, and it's not very often that this happens, but it can happen. So let's just say you've been working on a project and you're so dedicated and passionate about it, you get it finished before the 10 other people are ready to do their bit. Something along those lines. Even energetically, like you can be ready for a manifestation to come in and it's not quite ready for you yet, or the energy around it's not quite there, so the timing's not right, and so you've been working on getting this thing and getting this thing and getting this thing, but all the other processes are in place, but they haven't started working yet. So you're ahead of the energy there. So this is about whatever it is that you've been persisting at, step back a bit and just let the universe work its magic. Sometimes there's times when we have to work and there's times when we have to rest. And in today's society, we're not great at recognising that. We just think we have to keep working at something. There's ebbs and flows. There's tidal flows. There's moon phases. Observing some of them will help you if you haven't got a strong feeling about it within yourself. They will help you to recognise when you need to push and when you need to pull back. And they're saying at the moment, pull back. All right, group 2, I hope you have a lovely couple of months, and I'll see you in my next reading. Group 3, welcome to your reading. I'm going to pick up your first crystal and just channel some messages through it about what's coming in the next couple of months. Oh, okay, I'm hearing that there might be a loss of something, but I don't think that this is like a tragic loss. It might be that you're losing weight. It might be that you're letting go of items in your house. Like, I feel like it's more of a positive thing. You might be losing a job but gaining a lifestyle. Maybe you're retiring. So I feel like whatever this loss is, it's something positive. For some of you, literally losing weight intentionally. So this isn't an unhealthy thing. This is what I want to do, and it starts happening. Maybe you've been trying for a long time and you haven't seen much progress, and then pow, it starts really happening. I'm seeing a frog, so maybe this is about bodily transformation. Maybe, it could be even like a belief about something that restricted you in some way in life and you're losing that belief. I'm seeing people like pumping iron as well. So maybe they're losing lack of motivation Or maybe they're losing old habits that kept them somewhere they didn't want to be. Yeah, it's more of a positive thing about losing. So the term losing does bring up negative connotations, but in this time it's really positive. If I could rephrase it, yeah, this time you're going to be losing but gaining. Losing but gaining, yep. Okay, let's see. There's a holiday on the cards here. Some of you have already booked that holiday. Some of you are yet to book it. Some of you will be surprised by a holiday. For some of you, I feel that maybe you haven't taken all your holidays at work and you're being pressured to take a holiday. You haven't taken all of your allotted holidays. Something about holidays. And I'm guessing like this is the time of the year that people do usually take holidays too. But I feel like this is something a little out of the ordinary. Maybe you're the person that books their holidays at the same time each year, and you might be getting bonus days off for something. Maybe you've worked longer hours this year, or maybe there's been an industrial action where you get more holidays. But there's a holiday and it may be something you're not expecting. That was short and sweet, that one. Let's have a look here. Boundaries. Boundaries are very important in the next couple of months. I feel like you need to keep your boundaries intact. A lot of people are going to want to overstep them in different ways. It's not like... Okay, I see this as people wanting to be around you. You're a little bit dazzling at the moment. Maybe because of all this weight you lost or the muscle you gained in the last couple of months or in this couple of months, because people are wanting to be around you. Something's shifted and they want to be around you, and you are going to run yourself ragged trying to please everyone. So it's time to have boundaries. Let's just say that you're in high demand, but you make a commitment to yourself to always have Sundays to yourself or Saturdays to yourself, so you don't make plans on those days. Something like that, where you might be forced to hold your boundaries really fast. This has been a challenge for you in the past. So you might be able to be a little bit elastic, but soon the elastic's going to snap, and if it gets pulled too tight. So it's time to put some boundaries in and keep them for your own well-being. So let's just say it's really busy at work and your employer keeps saying, can you work longer? Can you work longer each day? And you will get paid, like it's like there's pay offered for it, so there's something for you in return. However, you're getting tired and you're not sleeping because you're overtired or overstimulated, something like that. So it's just time to put your boundaries in, make up your mind about what they're going to be and stick to them. And by honouring yourself, you're actually doing yourself a huge favour. Try not to fall for other people's stuff, because you might feel that there are a few people who are trying to not so much manipulate you, but trying to maybe get their own way in something that's to do with your boundaries, maybe to test them, in fact. Maybe it's to do with your children and you said they can only have so many hours on the internet each day and they're trying to push that. There's something here about boundaries, but they're just saying hold fast, because it's building your resilience and it's building the confidence in yourself, because you'll hold your energy to yourself and then you know that you will be able to use that later. It's like banking the energy for you for a future date. So hold fast to your boundaries is what I'm getting. Well, group 3, that's pretty positive. I hope you enjoy your holiday or your extra holidays or whatever bonus it is you're getting around holidays, and I will see you in my next video.